In general, people find reasons to avoid the dentist. Throw in the thought of treating gum disease or gum recession, and people imagine one thing only, and that's pain. But my next guest is here to prove otherwise, especially with a specific new technique that they offer. Dr. Jason Stoner is one of the top periodontists in Columbus. So good to see you again, Dr. Stoner.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So for those who don't know specifically, what is a periodontist?
A periodontist is a dentist that went through additional training, 3 years of training, to achieve a specialty status, specifically for treating gums and bone, then supporting structures for your teeth and for dental implants.
Is it true that 83% of adults have some sort of gum disease?
It is. It's shocking. Gum disease is the most prevalent disease in the United States. It's silent, though, much like cardiovascular disease, so people don't walk around and don't know they have it.
And is gum recession the same thing, or is that caused from gum disease?
Gum recession is loss, by definition, is loss of gum and bone around your teeth. So it is a form of periodontal disease, also called periodontitis or gum disease. And when you get gum recession, you trap plaque much easier because your root is very rough and it's an inflammatory process like periodontal disease.
At what point, if somebody is looking in the mirror, do they think, I need to get treated for this? Is there a certain point that they need to come in and get help?
You know, probably the best place to start is with your dentist. If your dentist performs an exam and you notice that or mentions to you that there's some root that's starting to show, that's a good time to really be seen for treating gum disease. The earlier we can get to gum disease, the less invasive we can treat it. We used to sit and wait until it got really bad, and then we'd have to do very antiquated techniques to try and stop the gum recession. Now we can actually reverse it and regenerate those tissues so it looks like you never even had gum recession.
So how do you go about doing that? Because it sounds kind of almost unbelievable when you put it that way.
There are a lot of techniques. The most common right now is the pinhole technique. The pinhole is a very non-invasive treatment where a small little pinhole is made in the gum and everything is done under the gum by adding some collagen to the areas. You don't have to have sutures, you don't have to have scalpels or anything like that, and it's a great fix for gum disease. It's in its mild to moderate forms. If we can get to it when it's very moderate, then we can use growth factors from your own body. That we do a simple small blood draw and use that, or we can use different solutions, or sometimes we can just reposition the gum. And so that's much less invasive even than the pinhole technique, which is non-invasive.
And we're going to look at some before and after pictures, and just seeing the results is kind of amazing. Are your patients amazed when they see it?
They are. I think it's unbelievable because most patients hear about how people had grafting the more traditional way and how terrible it was. It was worse than a kidney stone. It was worse
right.
than delivering a baby. But actually, it is completely painless if we can get to it early enough. And I'm a survivor myself. I had the grafting myself, and I can attest to that. Usually it's Advil, if anything, the day of the treatment, and nothing the next day.
And yeah, that's amazing to me too, because I think a lot of people, that's their hesitation, is that they say, well, I've got this problem, it's obviously going to hurt to fix.
Correct.
But you said there's so many non-invasive techniques now.
It's true. And the sooner we get to recession, in its very early stages, the less invasive, the less teeth we have to do, the less cost, especially because that's a big concern
Sure.
for a lot of people. And so, but the less cost and the less we have to do, obviously, the more comfortable it is.
Okay, and we want to let people know you have 3 Columbus locations, right?
Yes.
So
we have New Albany, we have Dublin, and we have Grove City.
Okay, so they can call any of those numbers. We have all 3 of them on the screen. Get in, get those gums checked and taken care of.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dr. Stoner.